Nawale, good afternoon, members of the media. Thank you very much once again for turning up in numbers to cover the end of the second day and the first Boselewa Tour of 2025. We had a very busy day. His Excellency, the President, was with us this morning to listen to, as I mentioned yesterday, it was a very important subject, the review of the Native Land Commission and Fisheries report. That took up a good half of the day. And there was a lot of good, the members of the three confederacies agreed to all of the recommendations dealing with the Wolini Kambula all the way to land laws, and there's a whole raft of issues that was in that report. That report will be made public and you'll have access to it. And then we had we talked through some of the requirements for the Secretariat, because we're just restarting rebuilding the Secretariat. Well, we've never had a real Secretariat. We've had an office of the GCC where we had a chairman, a secretary, and a driver. But we now have 5 staff, and tomorrow there will be an advertisement in the media for 5 new positions to increase the number of the Secretariat to 10. The Council have agreed to that. And these are mainly research officers. They'll have a director. We're looking for someone with a PhD and 4 with master's degrees, specialist in education, a law research officer, an economist, and a communications officer. If you listen to those requirements, there is a need to, a lot of the points of discussions from the chiefs in the last 3 meetings deals with either law and governance, economy, education, and of course we need a good communication strategy to get the message out there to the people, especially our young generation, for them to, I think we still need to get the message out there for them to understand what GCC is all about, and the authority that the GCC has that can help them in years, the later generations to come. So, and I think one of the interesting parts that came out of that was part of this discussion was the reintroduction of, we rediscussed the views of the GCC on the Constitution. The bottom line is the GCC wants this Constitution out, done. We've had enough with it. We want this Constitution gone. I know there's a lot of talk about, well, you know, it's going to be difficult because we need to do this, we need to do this. Hey, we want that out, gone. It's restricting a lot of work for the indigenous. Every corner we turn to try and improve people's lives, there is this Constitution in the way. So they've made it very clear that they no longer want anything to do with it, and we'll wait to see what the government, the outcome of this case, and then if that works, fine. If it doesn't, we'll take it from there. But we no longer want the Constitution around. There's even the suggestions that it came out through the back door. It should go back through the back door. There's a lot of, the way it was introduced was not legal, so why are we going out of our way to, but of course, we need to, I can understand why the government is for going down this path, not to try and follow the path of the way the Constitution was brought in. But we'll see. So that the response to that was unanimous. The chiefs were with their views on the Constitution. There was some discussion on the Wolini Kambula. There's concerns there because in the years gone by, remember, if you want a child, if I want a child, one of my kids to be introduced, to be entered in the Wolini Kambula, I have to take the Sebusebu to the Matangali, I have to go and present it to the Matangali, and I have to say to the leader of the Matangali that I would like my son or my daughter entered in the Wolini Kambula. And the Matangali will sit down and decide, yeah, sure, it goes in. But now the law that has been changed in the last decade or so, anyone can go in and enter their names. And unfortunately, we still have that 60% law, rule that you need 60%. But as we've had in the, we saw in the report from the Native Lands Commission that 6% doesn't work. And I think I mentioned this yesterday. Now we have the Fijian diaspora all over the place, and they can't make up the 60%, so they're stuck. And unfortunately, in some cases, the vasus are more than the original landowners, so the vasus are making decisions on the land, and that has caused some friction. Yeah, and the one thing that I've noticed, and I was really pleased with, is seeing the chiefs starting to interact, and that was something that I've been looking forward to. I saw that in the first meeting in Deumba. It's a bit tense, people sticking to themselves. And I saw it again at the GPH. But now as they start to get to know each other, there's a lot of interaction with people crossing, talking to each other, which is good. Because I stressed to them during the briefing on Tuesday, and again today, this towards the end of the session, the need to talk, for the chiefs to talk, get to know each other, exchange ideas. You're not in isolation. You're not living in isolation. You're not facing problems in isolation. You need to communicate and learn from the best lessons learned from other provinces, and you can learn from it. So tonight, part of that plan is still part of that, trying to get them together. We're having a buffet dinner at the GPH, where we'll get everyone to mix around tables. And hopefully they will spend some time to talk about the last 2 days. The new house, the new building, the new Bure meeting house, and look forward to, and I'm sure they're looking forward to the next meeting, because there's a few, now the work begins for the Secretariat in getting to work to try and get the resolutions that have been raised by the council members. Are there any questions? Sure.
Chairman,